Hi, Rob with Metric Realties. Wanted to talk real quickly about how to set up a website. And when I say website at Metric Realties, we mean website, agent dashboard in a home buyer and seller dashboard for your clients to log into, one that nobody else has. The agent dashboard is going to allow you to manage your business and expand your business accordingly. So if you look at pricing on our site, what you'll notice is that we have custom, we have Prosper, we have Elite, which is $69 a month. I'm sorry, Elite Plus, sorry. We have Elite and Expander, which is always free. I'll go over each of those. But what you're going to do is you're going to log in. There's no cost to log in, and there's no cost to use portions of the site at all. And you don't need a credit card. So the great thing is that when you log in, you're going to come here and you're going to have three options to design your website, agent dashboard, user dashboard. And the first option is simply share your current website. If you share your current website, we'll grab information from there and we'll send you over a new website that has Metric Realty's infused technology, and you can start using it. Option two, you can simply fill out make this form here, which will it's a little 2-page form. Fill this out. This gives us enough information that, again, we'll go ahead and create that website for you, and we'll get it back to you within 24 hours. The third option that you have is the option to design your own website. And I'm going to go to that. Let's focus on that since these first two are very easy. The buy and sell referral and the post and find jobs, these sections are always free. So as agents, we want you to be able to network amongst each other, buy and sell referrals, post and find jobs amongst each other for free, so that you're not paying a third party for that option. So let's talk about number 3 and what that looks like. So when we do 3, you're going to come to a new dashboard that looks something like this. And what you'll notice is that obviously you have some of these same items in here that are always free. But let's focus on the left side, which is web configuration. This is where you're going to start configuring your website. First thing you're going to do is go to your company. The company's name that I'm using is Prop Prodigy. That happens to be a broker that is with us. If you're not connected with a broker, you can always connect with Prop Prodigy. Design your own brand. You don't have to be a broker. You can create a DBA as an agent and create your own brand. So the team at Prop Prodigy, what does this mean? This is the email that I'm using to publicize to the world. So if I have a team of 1 or a team of 20 or a team of 100, I can use one email for the entire world to take a look at. Any email that comes to that is going to go to my dashboard, which I'll show you later on, and we'll also go into more detail in later segments. But that's what this email is. It's the email that you're going to use for your team or your brokerage firm. Of course, you can have multiple emails, but a lot of people choose to have one so that you don't have to have multiple emails floating out there in the universe. So that's number 1. The brand. The next step we're going to do is go to brand. If you can upload a logo, you can go ahead and design a website. If you can upload text, you can design a website here. And obviously choose a file. We all know how to pick files. And then we're going to pick our colors. We can do custom colors too. So these are the custom colors that I pick, or you can do preset colors. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the broker section. So you can create your own broker here. And if you're an agent, you still can create your own broker. Okay. Or you can search for your broker. If your broker happens to be on our site, you can search for your broker and you can find them. There's some benefits to having your broker on the site. And one of those benefits is they'll share IDX with you. And I'll explain what those things mean here in about 2 seconds. The next thing you're going to do is pick the subscription. Now, we talked about this earlier and what that looked like as far as subscriptions go. So the Expander is always free. The Elite is simply the user dashboard and the agent dashboard, okay, with a branded website without any search, okay? The $69 a month is with an iframe solution. So what does that look like? That looks something like this. This is an iframe solution. This is one of our clients, right? And this is the website that they've created, okay? And this is their search that they have. This is an iframe solution for them. It has all the same information on it. It's connected to the MLS. It's just a little bit different looking than the website that you're going to see shortly. Okay. So let's take a look at what the other site looks like that has a little bit more advanced capability. So the other website, which is $399 in a month, is IDX Solution. And this is why I say it'd be nice for your broker to be on here, because you can connect with them and you can have the IDX solution, and because they're already paying for it. So you could talk to your broker and say, hey, let me hook up to your IDX solution. You're paying for it. It makes it less expensive for you. And if you're a broker out there, this is a great option for you to allow your agents to get on and design their own website. So let's take a look at what that website might look like with that type of technology. So I'm going to go back to my console and I'm going to launch my website. And what you're going to come up with is you'll come up to this website that I've designed very quickly. Okay. And then what you'll notice is that here on, let's say if I'm doing a search, you'll notice this search is a little bit different, right? It's more of a type of search that we're used to seeing that has quality mapping and so forth. The iframe solution works fine for people, but if you want more of a solution that is more framed like this, then obviously you're going to go ahead and go with more of the IDX solution on your website. That's the difference in cost, because obviously this type of search is a lot more expensive. Again, this works perfectly fine for a lot of people. And it's a great website you can launch. It's beautiful and it works wonderful for some people. So I jumped ahead because we were talking about subscription. So you'll decide what subscription you want to purchase down the road. Like I said, I would play with the site. If you look at the websites, you have themes that you can choose from. Okay, there's some themes that you can choose from. And obviously they'll be branded yours. So you can go through these, you can play around which ones you like the best. Payment, you don't have to put that in at this point. Your console, this is your login information. Link domain, what that means is that instead of having metric realties after your website, right? Like this site might be prodigy.metricrealties, where this particular client doesn't have metric realties at the end. They've linked their website. Most people obviously are going to want to do that. You can do that here, and we'll have a video on this later. Web content, obviously home slider. Again, this is as simple as edit. If you wanted to edit this, it's as simple as putting in text and uploading pictures, and it's that simple. Same with the about section, same with the agency section. All of these work exactly the same throughout the site to build it. And what you see here is you have an idea of where those are located based on this information. You'll be able to see what that looks like. You can also see a preview here. So you can see what the preview might look like as well. Okay, so you can look at both those things. So when it comes to affiliate, same thing. You'll simply go through it. You can add frequently asked questions here, as many as you want. And it's as simple as the upper page where it says to add a frequently asked seller page. This would be the first question to that particular page, right? So you can go ahead and easily put that in. These are buyer questions, seller questions, and other frequently asked questions. Highlights. Again, you can put as many information as you want in here. You can add headers. It'll all be in the website. It's as simple as adding headers, adding text, and going ahead and doing it. Services. This would be adding any type of services that you have and so forth. Steps. If you have buyer steps and seller steps, that would be here. Terms and conditions. These are going to be the terms and conditions for your site that you're going to upload, along with your privacy policy. Your company most likely has both of these things that they'll want you to put up on your website. Counter, again, what you'll see is you'll see that in each of these things, when you go to the site, what you'll be able to see when you launch your site, you're going to be able to see the different counters in here when you upload them. They'll be here most likely. If you notice, this is a site that I updated very quickly. So I have some of this stuff is not all the way in there, but testimonials, you can put testimonials in here and so forth, okay? About section. All of this is going to be very self-explanatory for you when you're on this particular area. You'll be able to see exactly how to do it. Tile, same thing. As you add information here, you're going to see it populate on the website, and you'll be able to see, look what that means and where it is, okay? Web contact, you're going to have your broker's information. Typically, people put their licenses and so forth here. Contact information, locations that you're in, any type of social information you have. Connect all your, Facebooks, Instagrams, Twitters, and so forth. Authorization of apps. This is going to be for if you wanted to put in, a lot of people like to track their analytics, what's going on with their their website. You can do that here, okay? Web properties, these are all properties that have been bought and sold, featured properties, exclusive properties, and then you have your MLS configuration here. This will be something that you'll get from your MLS. If it's an iframe, it's obviously simple. They're just going to provide you with a URL. If it's an IDX, you're going to get information on it, which is going to be here. Your IDX information will get all of that. That's basically how you design a website. And then what happens is that when you do that, you're going to come to here and you're going to see all of these things updated for you. Your website, your agent dashboard, and your user dashboard. Look something like this. So I'll log in real quick. So this will be the place that, and again, this will be all custom for you with your brand and so forth. It'll show you remember I told you that Team App Prodigy? This is where all those emails are going to go. So it's going to create activity requests for you. So when an email is sent to you or your client puts in a request through the website or through the mobile, you'll be able to see it here. For example, this is a request. So let me show you how that works real quickly, because all of this is given to you, not just obviously the website. And this is super important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first say this is the agent website, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as a customer as well. So your customer will log in here. There'll also be other login opportunities for them, and they can sign up as well. So let's go ahead and log in as a customer. And they'll create an account, obviously branded your colors and so forth. So I've logged in here. You'll see it says sales at. So you see I've logged in here. I'm going to log in and click dashboard, and then it will take me into my dashboard. And clients can use this on their phone. It's going to be branded your colors. Mine are a little bit bright, I know. But if I want to create a request, I simply can go ahead and create a request by going here, putting in the address that I was interested in seeing. So let's take a look at one of the properties, this property right here, let's say. I was interested in seeing 1509. So I would simply put in this address, one street, there it is, Kirkland. And let's say I just had a question on it. I'm going to say this is the property that I'm interested in. I have a question on it. And what this is what it does is it does a couple of things. It gives my client more information, and it also gives me more information, right? Because now I get to see exactly what property I'm talking about. It has links to it, and I get to put in any question I have for my agent. So I'm going to submit this as a home buyer. I can also upload documents. I have a transaction folder, right? So I can submit this over to my agent, which is me Prodigy, and I can go ahead and I'll see it as an open task on my dashboard. So on my dashboard, I'm going to see that I have a task here associated with it, right? Here's this property that I had a question on. This QA is open. It's an active request that my agent hasn't answered yet. So what is the benefit of this is that I don't have to call you up to figure out what's going on with it. Whenever you're communicating with that on my behalf, I'm going to understand that there was an alert that was done. So let me explain what that means. So on the dashboard, here's the dashboard, right? And what I'm going to be able to see if I go to go to the main dashboard. I can go to also my quick activity filters. These basically are folders that automatically are created for me. And you'll see I have a Q&A in here from my client, Sales at Metric Realties. I have this client that has a question here. I can simply answer this question. So here's my question that my client had, and they had a question about it. I can respond to that question here by adding a comment. I can go ahead and attach documents if I want to. I can just go ahead and test back. Yeah, it's available. Test back like this, and I can send this. What will happen then is that my client is going to get an email, as well as I could say that this is now complete. I've responded to this. I could also put it and say I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the client to respond at this point. I'm waiting for client, and I'm going to submit it that way. So because I'm waiting for their response, right? Client is going to go on here, and they can go on their mobile. It works just as well. Or they'll simply go on their dashboard, and what they'll see is that they have a item that we're waiting for. We're waiting for a response back from them. They'll get an email. Like I said, they don't have to use this dashboard, but it's helpful because it shows them immediately they have something waiting for them. And let's say they respond back to us and they say, I want to schedule a showing, let's say. Maybe they respond back to us and they say, schedule a showing. So this is schedule a showing. So I have schedule a showing for Friday. I send it over to my agent, right? I send it over to my agent. This task is now not completed, but I have another task now. So what happens is that on this quick activity filter, it's going to go from waiting to active again, because the client responded to me. The ticket is going to go back to active. It's going to let me know that I have something else that I have to do. My client responded, so I have to respond back to that ticket. You can see that it went from waiting for client waiting to the client it's now an active ticket. So let's see what the client wants. So the client goes ahead and responds back that they want to schedule a showing, right? So the task was updated. So I'm going to say great. I'm going to take this and I'm going to spawn this into schedule a showing. And now what's happening here is I'm scheduling a showing for this client. They wanted to see the property on Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a time Friday. After I get done, I'm going to say, okay, we can see it at 6 o'clock on the 23rd. Okay. And I'm going to say, we're going to schedule you for 45 minutes. Okay. And what will happen is that please confirm, right? I'll say, please confirm. And what will happen here is when I submit this, so I'm going to submit this, and I'm going to go ahead and say that it's waiting for the client to respond again, right? They asked them to do it, so I'm going to say that I'm waiting for the client to respond right here, okay? So I'm going to submit this task, and I'm going to go ahead and close this out, okay? I'm going to say this question and answer task that I had is done. I'm going to, right? And this is why it's great, is that, again, the mobile works just as well. Now as a client, I can log in. I can see I have a schedule here that I need to go ahead and confirm with you. So I'll go ahead and open up this task or email. Remember, it also syncs with your email. And I'll go ahead and say confirmed. And I can go ahead and just add a comment right here. And I can say confirmed, like this. I go ahead and send it. And I go ahead and say that this portion of it is confirmed. And I did want to point out something real quick. So now that's confirmed. I'll see that on my agent dashboard. I'll show that in a second. So this is no longer here, obviously. This is, again, I'm still on my home buyer and home seller dashboard. But I wanted to explain to you why this is so important and so beneficial to your clients. First of all, they obviously see this. They also see any other tickets that were attached to that property into them. So if you go down, they'll see that they have this Q&A here. This happens all the way through the transaction. So it'll be a Q&A, a schedule of property, there might be an offer ticket. They can see all that communication as it occurs in real time. Also for you, there's no more searching. You have the same thing on yours. So for example, here we are in transactions. This is again on your home buyer and seller dashboard. They get a transaction folder automatically created for them with the property that they were interested in. Here's that property that they were interested in. They get to click on it. You can add things to it, right? Any type of documentation, any type of documents that you want to add, they can add to it. Escrow information. If you want to associate agents or sellers, you could, their lender, any type of related items. Again, all the related tickets that occurred with this is going to be there. So all that communication is there for your client and it's for you. Let's go back over to the agent dashboard. So here I am on the agent dashboard and we'll see that I have a schedule showing. And now that's on my calendar. I can go ahead and I can put that as a reminder. So I can change this and put it as a reminder so that that goes on my calendar as something that's due for me to do. Let's take a look at also what we can do. On the dashboard, here we are, and we wanted to see what this particular client had in the way of transactions. I can easily see everything that's associated with this client. Any transactions that they've had, any documents that they've uploaded, I can see all of that beautifully here. So properties maybe that didn't get done. And here's the other thing, that remember, this is all for your agents. This also works as well on your phone. So when your client sends you a request, you're not going to be searching for it going, oh, what do they mean they want to see this particular property? I got to go look at the MLS. I have to look at this. It's all going to be there for you, directly pulled from the MLS for you, so that you'll have all that information in regards to showing instructions. All that stuff's right there for you. You could also, which would probably make sense, is to add notes to this, right? They've confirmed the showing, you're setting a reminder, and maybe you'll create a note in here. Lockbox, code to the property is blah, 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 is something, or maybe there's a gate code, maybe there's this or that. Then when you go to that showing, you're going to have all that information for you. Again, it's all about easy information, easy for you to access. Works on your phone for you, it works on your phone for your client. I hope this helps. This is just a few things that you can do. And remember, when you're talking about scheduling a property, let's say they decided that they wanted to write up an offer. So the client says they wanted to write up an offer after the showing. You say, great, you add a comment, please fill out the following form or click on the make an offer request on your website, on your dashboard. Okay. So let's say we went ahead and did this. They said, hey, I wanted to write up an offer. I love the property. We're showing it. We're going to, now we've done this showing, right, for them. We're going to mark this as complete. We're going to go back over to the user dashboard. So this kind of shows you the process. So your client can go to create a request, and they can go ahead and fill out the information that you're going to need to write up that offer. So again, we're looking at this property, and they go to start an offer. Yep, that's the property I want. I go to start an offer. And they'll fill out this information. A lot of it will be obviously filled in for them. But what you can see, this is all the information you need, or you can fill out this form for them as well. But regardless, they'll go ahead and fill out, or you'll fill it out for them. This will give you all the information they need. They can also upload their pre-approval letter and their other information right here. And then they'll simply click submit. If they have extra notes and stuff, they can provide those as well. So the beautiful part about that, I then go back to my dashboard, the agent dashboard. What you'll see is it shows up as a new request on my dashboard, correct? and also on the agent dashboard. This is the client dashboard, sales at Metric Realties. And you'll see that it popped up under one of my auto folders. And it says, oh, I have somebody that wants to make an offer. Now you could have your assistant make that offer, or you could have your team member make that offer, write up that offer. They would have all that information. You'll be able to see who worked, who communicated to your client on your behalf, what happened, when the offer was generated, and you can continue to spawn this all the way through every step of the transaction until it gets to a complete file and close. And when you're done with it, you'll have every single bit of communication that ever occurred, and you'll have a nice transaction folder perfectly laid out for you in your transaction window. That's a brief flyover of how Metric Realty works and works to bring a better solution for you and your client. Remember, saving you time, saving your client time, providing them with an agent, and providing you with an agent dashboard and them with a home buyer and seller dashboard. Everybody has a dashboard. You go to Amazon, you have a dashboard. Obviously, people want this. It's convenient. It means that I don't have to call you, an agent, every single time to get an update. It's right there on my dashboard for me. And when I mentioned that it works as well on the mobile as it does on the web, here's your website, for example. You remember, you'll receive an app. Your clients can download Metric Realties, and then this app will be branded yours. Okay. And then as far as using the mobile and using that to manage your business, you can see very easily I can manage my business on the mobile as well by responding to tickets, managing those tickets. Remember, you're basically looking at this like an email versus when you used to manage your business on an email, you're now managing your business on a ticketing system. So you have all that data information right there. This is the new offer that came in, for example. Okay, this is my wife email. I can always include different people on it. And then easy to go ahead and send messages back. This is the agent dashboard on the phone. That showed you how easy it is. You can see all the data, gather all your documents. There's no more searching. There's no more wait till I get back to my desk. And then as far as your clients, they have the ability to easily see what you did, right? So they can click on their task and they can see it, and they can go ahead and communicate back and forth with you on their messaging as well, on their mobile, excuse me. So it's very easy for them. It's easy for you. Both of you have the ability to go ahead and do that and be able to go ahead and manage back and forth. So please take a look at that as well. As you can see, here's, for example, that little update, right, from Team at Prop Prodigy. Hope that helps. Remember, saving time equals money. Thank you.